Oh yes. All right, here we go. Golf Coast is at you. We here.
We
This is
here,
our
Gulf Coast,
introduction.
baby.
See Holmes, what's up, big fella? How are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing.
Hey, I can't complain too much. Besides, hey, it ain't gonna matter anyway. It ain't gonna change nothing. You know what I mean?
They still gonna send us a bill, right?
They still gonna send them bills, man.
Hey, hey, man, I'm so happy to be able to get together, man. I know you doing your thing on the West Coast. I'm doing my thing on the East Coast. Hence, where we came up with the name while playing 18 holes in New Jersey called Golf Coast. We're
Gulf
gonna try
Coast,
to
man.
come in everything in between, East,
Yes,
West,
sir.
and everything in between. But that also means, even though we're primarily golf channel, we're gonna try to discuss things non-golf, but has
Mhm.
some relations and some corresponding impact to the
To the
societies in the world that we live on. And I think we are skilled enough and qualified enough to go a lot of different places, as I say, down the fairway.
for sure, for sure. That's
Yep.
cool, man. So how you been, man? Everything good out there on the East
It,
Coast, man?
well, I'm in envy of you because I'm dealing with 23 degrees weather and ice and snow. So I know you not dealing with that stuff, but you just had to deal with some fire. So
Yeah, we
I
had them
understand.
fires, but
Yep.
yeah, we had them fires, which was bad out here. But yeah, the good thing is we get to play out here all year long, man, all year long.
Yo, come October, we're done until about May. And most of us is jonesing. A lot of us is going to go through relationship problems because we don't have our relief in terms of going to the golf course and knowing that for 4 hours we can clear our mind. Well, that's just the life of an East Coast golfer, man.
So let me ask you this: how do you keep your game right if you can't play all that time?
Okay, when I first got into golf and I was jonesing the way like the first couple years, I would find little tricks in terms of going to like Dick's or Golf Galaxy, act
Mm.
like I want to try out a new driver or some new irons, and I'll be in a hitting bay for for 30 minutes to 40 minutes, 3 times a week, just swinging the club, man.
Man, yeah, that's
But I've been fortunate enough based on some of the position I put myself in where come that time where we consider to be the off season where I
mm,
can travel like 4 to 6 weeks,
yeah,
Georgia,
yeah,
Carolina,
yeah.
Florida, Orlando, and I play in a couple leagues that do annual trips come like February, March.
Oh,
And we
okay,
call it
yeah.
we call it breaking up the winter.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. That'll
Yeah.
work. That'll work.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I did the golf galaxy and the Dix thing so much where they told me, listen, man, you gotta take a break. Cause you in here for 20 to 40 minutes, man, 3 times a week, and you ain't
You ain't
even
bought
buy a box of teas.
you ain't bought nothing out of
you
here, man.
ain't buy you ain't buy nothing out of here.
You ain't here practicing, man. We get what you doing.
Yep, yep. But
Man.
but unlike yourself, man, you get to play, man. So I guess that's why most of you guys games be pretty tight because you don't have no whatever you work out, whatever you quirk that you need to be worked on.
And even, it's different parts of California. People think every part of California is just sunny and 75 degrees
Mhm.
all year long. It's different parts that it is cold, but
Yeah.
and we got some snow up in the mountains in California, believe it or not.
Okay. Okay.
But if you're in that area, all you got to do is drive an hour, 45 minutes north,
Yeah.
45 minutes east, 45
Hmm.
minutes south, and then you are in the great weather. That's the good thing about it out here.
Man.
People always ask, "Oh, you gonna when you retire, you gonna stay?" I'm not going nowhere. I don't care how much it costs, how much. I'm not going nowhere, man.
Got you. Got you.
Nowhere. We
That's understandable, man.
staying right here, man.
That's
Staying right here,
understandable, man.
man.
Yeah.
That's
All right. So you talked about retiring just now. I think we should for those who don't know of our individual platforms that we have individually that we're merging for at least a weekly rap session called the Golf Coast because we merging both coasts, East Coast, West Coast.
East Coast, West Coast, baby.
Yes,
No,
that's right.
no more, no more East Coast, West Coast beef. No more East Coast, West Coast beef.
Nah. It's all peace, man. It's all peace. Tell us, let's give the audience some background information on both of us. I'll let you go first.
So my my golf channel is Instagram and on YouTube. YeahWeGolfToo. And I started it because I started playing golf some years back. Didn't really. It was off and on, off and on. Your kids is young, you're not really tripping, and you know what I'm saying. But the last 3-4 years, I've really been like, you know what? I want to play this game. I want to get good. And then as I got into it, I realized we always realize that we're underrepresented in the game. So one of the things also for me too, besides myself getting good, is really introducing the game to more kids, in our neighborhoods, man. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my big things as well. Got a few programs out here in California that I've been able to be around. But one of my main goals, of course, I want to be good. We play the game to be good, have fun. But I would love to get more representation, man. Get these kids, but it starts. You gotta start them young. You know what I'm saying? You gotta expose them to it. We wasn't exposed to this game like a lot of like the country club kids are. And luckily some of us now, most of the men that we out here playing, we've put ourselves in a position to be playing the game that we're well off enough. Ain't nobody rich and all that, but we're well off enough to expose kids to this game and get them out here and being able to help them and see this is another avenue. This is another sport, just like any other sport.
100%.
It's another sport, just like basketball, football. We exposed to all that so young, that's what we play. But no one ever. I grew up around blocks from a golf course growing up. Past the golf course 340 days a year, and didn't step on it until I was 30 years old, 35 years old.
Wow.
Crazy, and
I always say there's no golf course on Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? There's a Martin Luther King Boulevard in every neighborhood. Everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. So therefore, we don't get exposed to it, as you say, as you just alluded to.
Yeah. So there it is in a nutshell. I love the game. I'm a 23 and a half year correctional officer, and I'm on my way. I'm on the backside. So right now, all I'm thinking about is retirement and the things I'm gonna do in retirement and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I just love the game. The game just completely fell in love with it. It consumes me, and consumes me a great deal. You know what I mean?
And as for myself, I'm a licensed counselor and therapist. I work for the Department of Juvenile Justice, New York State. So I deal with them from one age group, and then you can have them after that as adults. So I work with the juvenile population, and you work with the adult populations. You're doing it a lot longer than me, but for the last 20 years, I've been a counselor, a credentialed alcohol substance abuse counselor, and behavioral modification services. So that's what I do, and I started a channel called Driver the Wedge, because I said that's every golfer's goal when you start playing, whether it be recreationally or you really want to try to get better in terms of your league status or just out there competing against your buddies. You want to be able to go from the driver to the wedge. That means you're hitting it well and you're playing well. There's not a lot of in between shots, punch outs, and getting it back into the fairway. But I also utilize that as a microcosm in life, because the driver being the longest club in the bag, the most powerful, typically the ball goes the furthest, and the wedge being the shortest club, a more finesse shot. And I always associated that with sometime in life you got to know when to use power, and sometimes you got to know when to use finesse. So that's how I came up with Driver the Wedge.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So here we are, man.
And yeah, man, I'm glad. People don't know how we met. We met on social media.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Was it Instagram, Facebook, one of the others,
It
and
was on Facebook.
Facebook,
Yep.
and like I got at him. I like, I travel to New York a lot. I got a daughter that live out there, so I go back and forth there a lot. And eventually I was out there and we was able to get it in. We was able to get together and play, man.
Yep.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So
Yep.
we had a good time that day too.
All the way from all the way from the other side, we found a way common ground, and that you know what, and that's the power of this sport, see, Holmes, because
Yes.
I've met
Yes.
people that I can honestly say that I don't know other than an active God or severe crisis that because of the golf course, I've been able to rub elbows and shake hands and spend quality, constructive time, even if it's just 4 hours out of the day for that
Yep.
moment, getting to
Yep.
know a person that no endeavor that I've ever been a part of has afforded me that opportunity. That's what golf does.
Absolutely.
And it's a
Absolutely.
testimony of how we met through
Yeah.
golf.
Do golf.
Yep.
I've met a bunch of good people, good brothers through the game, man. Just social media, on the course, it just it brings and it brings people together that ordinarily probably would never even know each other,
Which is true.
would
Which
never
is
hang
so
out,
true.
even if it's only you don't always hang out outside the golf course. Sometimes it's just, hey, we golfing, but those 4 hours, 5 hours, you meet people and you end up playing with them for a lifetime, playing with them for years and years and years, and turn out to be one of your best friends.
That's true. That is true. So, all right, let's transition into what we're going to consider for the purpose of this show, our trending topics. There's a lot of things going on in golf. A lot of this stuff we're going to introduce for the first time to people, and some of the things and what we don't introduce for the first time, we just going to expand and share our experience or our thoughts related to it for those who just want to see what we have to say as they take this journey with us.
Yeah.
Okay. So the trending topic is what's going on with the Live Golf PGA Tour merger of discussions. What do you think?
Hey, they're gonna have to merge that thing some way or another. It's inevitable because, my opinion, they're both losing out on viewers. They're losing. Like, I think a lot of people who like golf but still find it boring to watch, they'd rather watch Live. And the traditional, and that's really the older group, I think rather watch PGA, just the regular PGA, not Live. They don't want to hear that music. Just like if we out playing, some people don't want to hear. Some people, you pull up with your music playing, some people look at you crazy.
Yeah.
The music playing, but I think it's inevitable. Even for me, sometimes I want to watch DeChambeau. I want to watch Rom. I want to watch these dudes play. So sometimes I'm like, I'd rather watch this Live than go watch PGA, unless it's just they're gonna have to merge because it's just money wise and viewership. I think it's just you have to come back together.
Listen, I'm gonna say this: competition doesn't hurt nobody. I'm gonna take this down the fairway, all 18 holes with this belief. The best thing that happened to the PGA Tour was Live Golf. The best thing that happened to McDonald's was Burger King.
I hear you.
It makes you step your game up. It makes you provide better service, better quality material. I don't know a situation where competition has legally where competition hasn't helped the overall customer service product producing part of anything.
Exactly. Was it last year? I don't know. Was it Homa that came over and won that tournament last year from Live?
Could have been.
I'm not sure. I don't want to quote it, but it was somebody from Live, I can't remember right now at the top of my head. They came over and won one of those majors. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it might have been a couple of them, different ones, but it goes because they were saying, you know, they were saying,
DeChambeau.
the Live, the Shambo, yeah,
DeChambeau.
The Live players got their money. They not playing as good. They not this and that, and then they coming over to the majors and winning. It goes to show you right there. You know what I would like to see?
What?
Since you PGA think y'all better than the guys that left Live. You know how they do the Ryder Cup, the this and that, and all that. PGA, play Live, let's go.
But I mean, all right. So, and thinking about this, because I knew we was going to talk about this subject. This is just my forethought. Not saying that we have any inside information, at least not yet, because we're going to become insiders as we continue to grow. So remember, support us, guys, as we continue to grow this thing. And we discussed this. I think it's going to be, the merger may consist of a PGA schedule, a live golf schedule, and then a joint schedule where they have 10 to 12 events in the majors where both leagues can play and get world golf rating points, and I think it's going to look like that. I don't think it's ever going to be where one does not exist anymore, where Live don't exist anymore, the PGA don't exist anymore, because I believe individually they are still strong entities on their own right.
Yeah.
You know, so and like you said, you like watching some of the new nuances of the Live Golf channel. I just thought that it was too much eye salad for me at times. But I enjoyed the newness and the evolution of the broadcast and the flair that it came with. More so not more so in conjunction with how the PGA can be somewhat traditional looking, but that's what we grew up on. So, you know, that's what all we knew until somebody showed us something different.
And for me, just like any other sport too, I like to watch certain players. I want to see these players. Like I said, I want to see DeChambeau play. I want to see him hit 400-yard drives. I want to see Rahm, but I also want to see Scheffler. I also want to see McIlroy. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see these dudes. I'd love to see them back together. You know what I mean?
Competing against each other.
That's gonna make it even better. That's gonna make the game even better.
I agree with you 100%, man. All right, so another part of this program, not this program, but another part of things that we want to discuss is, I know you have your brand. I see you rocking your brand, Clear Vision. I have a brand, and I have. So let's discuss our fashion in golf, man, because you and I are all over social media, and one thing I can say about you and we put it on, man.
Hey, man, you know what Dion said that time.
You look good, you feel good, you feel good, you play good, you play good, they pay good, right?
Hey, man, we like to look good. We like to look good, man. It's in our genes, it's in our DNA, it's in our culture.
100%, man.
You know, we don't like, and we don't, you know, we like to. We do like the older style stuff, get nice and suited and dressed up nice on there. And we like the new stuff as well. You know, we like to look good, man. We like to look good. We like to match. We want our hat to match our shirt to match our pants to match our shoes. Hey, and sometimes if you lift our pants up, our socks gonna be matching too. So,
and that's one thing I can say. When we get to the golf course, man, I don't care if I'm in New York, I'm in California, I'm in Florida, or I'm in Canada. All four corners, man. When we show up, soon as we get out the car, they know we there.
They know we there.
We definitely put it on, man. We are definitely one with the culture. We know I'm pretty sure I could speak for both of us. We're hip hop babies. We was born in hip hop generation, so we knew fashion has always been a part of our, as you said, DNA, man. And we just translated that right onto the golf course, man.
Man, when they start making them Jordan cleats, them Jordan spikes, boy.
Yeah. Yep.
So let me get some of those.
So let's talk about your brand, your Clear Vision brand, man. How
Clear
can go ahead?
Clear Vision Active, man. Y'all can find it on Instagram at Clear Vision Active. It's an activewear brand. T-shirts, sweats, hoodies. We got polo golf stuff. We got women's tights. We got everything on there, man. ClearVisionActive.com. You can find it. It's everything is comfortable. We got the good, nice, dry fit polos. We got everything on there, man. So there it is there.
Okay, all right. And for myself, I just at this particular time, I just have hats and towel bags that say "Driver the Wedge" and it has the logo on it. A driver and the wedge logo. Because I think that's every golfer's goal, and
Mm-hmm.
I can be reached through driverthewedge.com. Driver the Wedge, or you can email me. We can correspond that way. DM me, whether it be social media, Facebook. If you're looking for a hat, a towel. I'm in the process of getting some long sleeve thermal, not thermals, but active shirts done for
Mm-hmm.
golf, lightweight because it gets hot. So, but
Mm-hmm.
I like sleeves. For
Yeah,
some
yeah,
reason, I
yeah.
don't care if it's 90 degrees, man. For some reason,
Like some sleeves.
I stay warmer with sleeves on. For some
Yeah,
reason, that sun
yeah,
doesn't beat directly on my skin, so I don't
yeah,
get hot and I don't get fatigue as fast when I have my arms covered up.
yeah,
Um, but
yeah.
so that's our
If
thing, man.
yeah, if you go to my Instagram, YeahWeGolfToo, and click the link in the bio, it'll take you right to everything as well. Take you right to the Clear Vision site where you can find whatever you need.
Okay.
If it ain't on there what you need, DM me. I probably could get
I like the sound of that. So,
it.
so what do you think is like the biggest talk about now in terms of golf and fashion is Tiger leaving Nike and starting Sunday Red. Give me your thoughts in terms of that transition for him, and what do you project or what that is going to look like?
Oh man, you know what's funny is that I haven't seen a lot of people wearing it yet.
Mm,
I understand Tiger been with Nike for a long time, and he probably was at the point where he wanted to break away and do his own thing, and I completely get it. I understand. Um, I don't know. I don't know how it's. I don't know. I just read something recently. The wasn't was Puma like trying to mess with him or something
Yeah,
about his.
Puma filed a lawsuit indicating copyright infringement because it's saying Tiger's logo was too close to their
Close to the
Puma logo, so it
yeah.
would be confusing the consumer and the buyer from terms of differentiating what product they want to buy or not. So if a person want to go
Mm.
buy Puma and they see Sunday Red, they're gonna think that that's Puma.
Yeah, yeah,
So we'll see how that plays out. Because
yeah.
I think for Tiger, I don't know if the separation was as ceremoniously as is led on to be, because I think
Hmm.
if it was, Tiger would have been able to keep the TW brand.
Hmm.
I think Nike wanted to move, and like I said, we don't have the inside scoop yet, but we're working our way to get there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look at that. I think Nike wanted to, using some, because they pay these executives a lot of money to project and use foresight in terms of where the trend is going to go.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think they felt Tiger wasn't going to be, you know, on the market. I mean, be competing as often as they would have liked in terms of the visibility of the TW
Hmm.
and his ability to carry that.
But see, and my thing with that was, I think that the TW is solidified, just like the Jordan brand. I think that would have carried on. Tiger is Tiger.
Yeah, yep, that's true.
That would have. I don't think the Sunday Red is going to carry on long term. In my opinion, I mean, it's going might be around, but the TW, you could still create the shoes, you could still create the clothes. Tiger Woods is again he the Michael Jordan of golf, so that would have carried on for generations, in my opinion.
I see it the same way, but it had to have been something where Nike is no longer producing TW merchandise, and Tiger wasn't allowed to take it with him. Because because he had to create a new logo.
Yeah, he had to create
so if it was something that was, you know what, you move on, we move on, handshake, great relationship. Yeah. You take this with you, and give us some kickback, or we own 3% or 10% of it.
Yeah,
that didn't take place. So it tells me there was something that just wasn't, they weren't gelling.
Something ain't right. Yeah,
something wasn't right. I think for Tiger Brand, he just need. I don't know if there's going to be a Tiger, but until his son become of age and or make the tour, for it to grow, he need that logo on somebody's hat and somebody's shirt every week. Every week on tour?
Did Morikawa?
He just signed someone.
Is it Morikawa or no?
No, not Morikawa. This gentleman. I can't think of his name. I'm gonna look it up while we talking.
I seen he announced it last weekend.
Yep. A guy that went to a young gentleman that went to Stanford as well.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
I know I seen that. I can't remember his name either.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I wish he could have stayed with Nike.
Yeah, that would have been. I'm trying to see exactly. I'm researching it right now as you're talking.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna see who it is. I'll try to get to it.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's how that's going to play out. I just think Tiger has the ability, but because it needs to be shown. It needs someone needs to be able to wear that flag, wear that brand on a weekly basis in order for it to grow.
Grow. Yeah. Okay. Gotta be a big name.
Or someone who has the ability to captivate, whether it be because of driving distance, whether it be, it goes back to the age-old question: what's better for golf, a dominant player or a competitive field? But a dominant player typically moves the meter a lot better than a bunch of good players, together.
Well, Tiger was dominant, and he's not as dominant no more. But every time he's in the tournament, guess what we doing? We glued to that. We glued to that TV to see. Maybe today is his day.
Oh, I got the information right here. It's a PGA Tour rookie. His name is Carl Phillips, Villips. Okay. He's a rookie on the PGA Tour. 23-year-old Australian who played collegiately at Stanford, which is Tiger's alma mater as well.
Stanford Connect. Yep.
He making the season debut, which was this week at the Mexico Open. So let's research and see how he finished.
How he finished, yeah.
Yep. So, all right. So that's the easy. Now let's transition into this part of it. Because we ain't gonna keep the people long. Because a lot of us golfers are older. We don't have the same attention span as the video game generation. We're not gonna sit and watch nothing for 45 to 60 minutes at all. We'll start tuning it out. So what's your projection for the upcoming PGA Tour season? Any particular player you want to watch? Any who you think is going to be the best player on tour?
I think until Scheffler, man. Scheffler. Okay. Scheffler, man. I see him, he got some, he got some good day, bad day, but I still think, I think he's still number one,
yes, he is.
And I love watching that dude, man. I love watching Scheffler play. I love Rory. I like watching Rory.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah. But just like when we go out to play if they on the road, they on the road. But when we go out and play, hey, any given weekend, some dude, you know what I'm saying? Some dude might, man, who is that?
I thought you was gonna say, and I was about to say, some days we can go out there and shoot a 75. The next day we go out there, we shoot a 105.
105.
Same course, same everything. They ain't even changed the pin from one day to the next.
Yeah. But I like watching Max. I like watching Max Homa. And I like the young kid, Tom Kim. I like him, man.
Okay.
The young kid, Tom Kim. I like him. So yeah, but I think Scheffler. I think Scheffler gonna do his thing again this year. You know, I think he's still the man right now.
Okay. My guy is Rory. I've been calling Rory for the last 10 years the zookeeper. And all my people here that I golf with and my guys, they always say, "Why you call him the zookeeper?" Because when he was playing well and Tiger was playing, I used to always say he's the only one that can tame the tiger.
He can
The only one that can tame the tiger. I can call him. But what I struggle with Rory over the last few years is when Rory is playing well, primarily off the tee, he's probably Scheffler has probably caught him now, and Koepka probably is right there. Is the longest, straightest person off the tee. But what frustrates me with Rory sometimes, if he doesn't have it going for a professional at the highest level, I'm talking about within the top 5 to 10, meaning they golf is something different than other people golf is.
Yeah.
Rory can make the game look so hard, man, on basic stuff.
It's like he almost, when he not playing good, like he almost, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm ready to get up. I'm ready to get up out of here, man. Let me just get you. Yo, like you expect a person, a top level player that's 30, 35 yards away from the hole, that's chipping on, just trying to get up and down. For some reason, Rory will leave it 10 feet short.
Man.
Instead of getting within that, that 5 foot range, that 4 foot range that you think most PGA professionals would do. I'm like, yo, it's been times I've been watching Rory be 2 strokes back, or he be in the hunt going on the front 9, and he'll just
let it
do something that make me just turn the channel, man. Like, man, he just make this game look hard to be a professional, man. And I'm sitting there, I'm sitting there like, man, I could have did that.
Yeah, for real, man. Hey, that's the one thing. Sometimes you watch the game, and when they do play bad, you be like, oh, I don't feel so bad now. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question, because you just alluded to. Do you think even at that level that some of those golfers be checking out?
At that level?
Yeah.
I do, but it has to be, they have to be really playing bad, like really playing bad. Not just, bad hole. They got to be having a bad day. I think when they having a bad day, I do think some of them just check out. Definitely.
I'm just going through the motions.
Yeah.
Just waiting to get to the 18th green.
I'm not gonna finish in the top 10. Let me just get up out of here.
Okay. All right. I got you. All right. So now next thing, because we talked about what upcoming projections. Now let's go individual projections. Going into I always say the people that help introduce me to the game of golf say golf season don't start to the Masters.
To the Masters.
But I guess probably at that particular time they didn't have what they have now, which is like a wraparound season where there's no off season. They go all over the country still playing, all over the world still playing. So we talked about the projections. Let me ask you, does Tiger win the tournament this year?
No.
Okay, all right. I'm in agreement with you with that. No. Does he play in more than 5 tournaments?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he give us more. I think he give us 5. I think he give us more than 5.
Does he make a cut in any of them?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. All right. He's still the big cat, so he still moved the meter. All right. So individually, what's some of your goals for this individual for this season coming up? So even though you ain't stopped playing yet, unlike myself.
And it's funny because I just started too. I'm in like a little amateur tour out here called Golf LA.
Okay.
And so we play once a month at different courses all over LA. You get your points, you get your everything. We got A flight, B flight, C flight.
Okay.
So my goal, with that and just my all around game is I gotta break 80 this year, man. I ain't broke 80 yet. I didn't got close. 80, 81 last year. I gotta break 80, man. I have to break 80 this year.
Gotcha.
That's my focus. That's my main focus. That's my drive. My other drive too is to introduce at least 10 more kids to the game of golf this year.
Wow, that's
So
great, man.
that's one of my main goals as well. Introduce 10 more young kids in the inner city to the game of golf.
Got you.
But I gotta break 80, man. I know I could do it.
Okay.
I've been close.
What part of your game do you think? And this is for those all of us who's into the game. And the reason why I'm asking this question because I think it allows us to help share some of our trials and tribulations, so they don't become your trials and tribulations for those that's watching and supporting us. What part of your game do you think is holding your 80 back?
I'm gonna tell you what part. I want to say my driving. I gotta. If you're not in the fairway to give yourself that second shot, look in from a decent distance, it's almost like you shooting for bogey now. Anyway, if you can't, I want to be in the fairway 98% of the time, man. If I can get in that fairway 98% of the time, now I feel good. I feel better. I'm more relaxed. Boom. I got this 150 yard, 140 yard, 100. I got it in. I know I can hit this and get on this green. But if I'm long, I'm 290, but I'm sitting behind a tree, what the hell that's gonna do? You know what I mean? I'm 275.
Yeah, you got 100. You got 100 yards in and behind a tree.
Man, that ain't gonna help me.
That's true.
My focus is to make sure I get off that box in the fairway, man. Get off that box in the fairway, and now let's play golf, man.
Okay.
Everything else, I think, will take care of itself.
Got you. For me, because I've broken 80 a few times. But I think last year, what I struggled with more than anything, because you ain't gonna hit every green in regulation, is my proximity to the hole as far as getting it up and down. That's what I want to prove on the most. I don't want to chip it in all the time if one happened to fall in, but to have a wedge in my hand and I'm 20 to 25 yards off the green or within that realm, within that circle off the green, I want to be at least inside 10 foot with my putter.
That'll help.
Sometimes I'm 30 feet off, and then I mess around and have a 12-foot putt.
Yeah.
You putting too much pressure on the putter.
Yeah.
When so that's the one area I want to improve the most in terms of going into next season. Chipping and putting, proximity to the hole, giving myself shorter putts. And I heard a guy say on YouTube not too long ago, if you want to make more putts, give yourself shorter putts.
Give yourself
shorter. What I'm saying? Give yourself shorter putts.
Stop punting from 30 feet away.
Yes. There's nothing. There's no, and I'm gonna see if you could co-sign this. There's no worse feeling in golf than being greenside in 2 and walk away with a 7. You 2 chip and then you 3 putt.
I did it this morning. I did it this morning.
There's no worse feeling in golf than being greenside in 2. Did you?
Boom, bang a drive. Boom, bang the second shot. It came up a tad bit short. Okay. Let's go ahead and chip it up. Chip it up, and you chip it too far. Come on, man. Put down. It was one hole. Okay, now I got a uphill putt. Go uphill, and it turn and come back down.
Oh man!
Come on, man! You got to be kidding me. Didn't read it right.
Let me ask you this question, because this is where the 80 kicks in at. the above 80. How many holes did it take you to get that hole out of your system?
I've been doing much better at that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest.
Because like I said, there's no worse
After
feeling in golf than that green
I,
shot and two and walk away with a
I've
7.
been doing much better than that.
Okay.
Much better in that particular. I absolutely, when that hole is done, if I'm mad, man, come on. I let it go. I let it go.
Got
I
you.
let it
Got you.
go.
Okay. Okay.
I've been
Okay.
I've made complete strides in that,
All
and I'm
right then.
proud to say that. Because
That's
before I'll be three holes down. I'm
still
damn
thinking
man,
about that joint,
still
right?
thinking about it, man. It ain't gonna do
Still
nothing but
thinking
mess you
about
up.
it. Yep.
Play the, play,
100%.
just go play the next hole. Let's go. Let's go play the next
All right.
hole.
All right. So that's cool. All right. So we got
Yeah,
our goals in. All right, yo, see, listen, for those who's listening, watching on any one of the platforms that we're going to stream this on, it's going to be on our individual platform, and we're going to come up with a joint platform called the Golf Coast. But until then, you'll see it on Driver the Wedge on YouTube, as well as We Golf Too on YouTube as well. Um, we just hoping that you guys can support us. We're gonna try to do this weekly, preferably, but probably like on a Sunday. So on big events, we can talk about what we saw in the game. Give sometime may even give commentary. Both of us got busy schedules, but our schedule is not too busy to not include you guys.
absolutely,
Um, help us grow the channel. Help us grow the game of golf. Help us reach our people and young people. Because we're gonna bring that flair. We're gonna bring the culture of who we are and what we represent. And I'm speaking for C Holmes. I'm gonna let him chime in. But unlike anything you've seen this game of golf, how it's gonna be covered. Yeah, see.
absolutely. Again, yeah. Hope y'all tune in. Again, we we want to bring a different perspective. Um, and when you hear us say, don't get turned off. A lot of people when we talk about our people in the golf world,
Yes,
we're not excluding people, but
that is true.
we do want to grow the game for young African American kids,
Yes,
girls and boys, because I think again we're underrepresented. But there are a lot of kids out here that play this. There are a lot of kids out here that play this game that still don't get the exposure that they deserve from other kids because they're not country club kids.
yes.
So we want y'all to understand that we just want more. We just want more kids, more kids of color getting in this game and playing this game because there's a lot of them that's good out here. You see the HBCUs, they starting to come. Steph Curry, all them, they starting to help these HBCUs
Yep.
out. But we want to see them kids go to all these schools because they can play the game. There's a lot of
It is.
kids out here that can play the game. You know what I mean?
Yep. And CO, to piggyback on that, it's easier to get a golf scholarship than it is to get a football, basketball, or baseball scholarship because there's
It's
less
a
people playing it. You know what
it's
I'm
a
saying?
lot.
So that's
It's
true.
what I heard. There's a lot of golf scholarships unclaimed because not enough kids to give them
Mm.
to.
Yep, yep. And I also want to say, and this to piggyback once again what C Holmes said. Even though we may speak about our representation and you hear us talk about black and brown kids introduction to the game of golf based on who we are as people, as professionals, as fathers, as pillars of our community, we can be pro something without being anti something else. So it's
Absolutely.
not to be exclusive.
Mhm.
So there's no anti. We want our message and our direction to reach everyone and anyone. We're not excluding anybody.
Mhm.
If someone hit us up on one of our platform, whether they look like me or C Holmes, or they look like some of our co-workers, friends, and neighbors, of a different nationality, culture, ethnicity, we're just as receptive. That is the one benefit of the game of golf, is that it puts us together on a tee box at times with three other individuals that are from different disciplines, different walks of life, different education, different social economic background, that we would not have had the opportunity if it wasn't for that next up on the tee, and we're teeing off.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
and I'm encouraged by this. So, C Holmes, listen, man. Till next week, we
Next
gonna
week,
stay
baby.
connected.
All
We're gonna
right.
continue to do what we do. East Coast, West Coast, and everything in between
East
is
Coast,
Golf
West
Coast.
Coast. Let's go,
That's right,
baby.
Golf Coast, GOLF Coast. That's
Let's
what we're
get it.
about.
Let's
Emerging
get it.
everything.
All
All right,
right.
C Holmes.
Yes, sir.